Hey guys, Gaming Off the Grid here. Is Valve resurrecting the Half-Life series? Is it time for Half-Life 3? No, it's not. In today's episode, though, we are going to talk about Valve's new announcement, Half-Life Alyx. What are we drinking today?
Today we're drinking CBS by Founders. It's an Imperial Stout aged in maple syrup bourbon barrels.
Sounds delicious. You know the drill. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell icon so you never miss an upload. And sit back, relax, pour yourself a beer if you care to, and let's talk about the details of Half-Life Alyx.
Girl J-Love81 and you're watching my boys Gaming Off the Grid.
All right, here we go. It should be an exciting time, and it kind of is with the announcement of a new Half-Life game from Valve. And it's kind of funny because during our Tales from the Grid series, we were talking about how Valve never makes a third game in the series because we did Left 4 Dead.
Yes, and it's like, dude, come on, Valve, where's the third one? Learn how to count to 3. And then they announced this, and it's not technically Half-Life 3, but it's another one. It's a step in the right direction. My concern is it is a VR game.
Yes.
I'm not a huge fan of VR, and it's VR exclusive so far. I know they're probably gonna have it on their Valve Index, which is like their VR for the PC and Steam, and I'm guessing it's coming to VR for the consoles, but what about those people that don't have VR?
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's definitely designed around that. And so there's very little information, and there's more information that's going to come out on the release this coming week, I believe on Thursday.
Yeah, the 22nd.
But this game is built around Alyx, and it's not, again, like you said, it's not Half-Life 3. And when I first seen the articles, my heart, it skipped a beat for a second. I thought the stars were aligning and all those types of things. But I think there's two ways to look at this. I think there's the, glass half full way to look at it and say, hey, at least Valve is focused on the franchise of Half-Life.
And there's a new one.
There's a new one. That's, kind of like, when the new Contra game came out. Maybe it wasn't the game we were looking for.
But there's a new one.
But it was a new one. So there's that approach. There's also kind of the glass half empty approach where, I've heard over the last couple years that they've been really diving into VR. Maybe that's where Valve's kind of putting all their eggs right now because they don't have a lot of home console releases.
They don't.
coming.
And I know a lot of people love VR that have it.
Yep.
But it's a very niche community, I think.
It is, and I the little bit of that I've dabbled with it, we're by no means like PSVR experts or anything like that. It's cool, but it's always felt like a little bit of a tack on and not something that I would want to play on the regular. Maybe that's the old school gamer in me.
Yes. Well, every time I play it for long periods of time, I get dizzy, I get kind of sick, and I don't know, it's weird, it's cool, but it's weird. So I don't know, but I do know that you play as Alyx Vance, or that's what the game is named after, and she's from Half-Life 2, so I don't know in what place this comes in. Is it a sequel? Is it a prequel? Does it take place in a different timeline? I don't know.
Yeah, there's tons of unanswered questions, and Half-Life is one of the most revered video games of all time, especially in the first-person shooter genre. It took the genre into new territory. The first one, I believe, was in 98.
Yeah,
Does it seem that old?
It's crazy. It came out in 98, and then the second one came out in 2004.
Yep.
And then we got Half-Life 2, Episode 2 in 2007.
Yep.
So it's been 12 years since a Half-Life, so that's awesome.
It's been a long time, and I wonder, I want to take this as a positive.
Yes.
I want to take this as a win. I want to take this as Valve putting or breathing life into a franchise that is a darling for the gaming community. And my mind wants to go to, okay, PS5's on the horizon, Xbox Scarlet or Project Scarlet, whatever the hell they're calling it, is on the horizon. Maybe Valve is just getting their tips wet, and they're gonna maybe put out some third installments. I mean, Portal, Team Fortress,
Left 4 Dead.
Yes, Half-Life, obviously.
A boy can dream.
Absolutely. So anyways, this is what we know thus far about Half-Life Alyx. Not very much, but there is, I do believe, a little bit of a reason to get excited.
Yes, I'm excited, and I'm even more excited to talk about this beer. What do you think of CBS by Founders?
Founders never has steered us wrong. They are probably one of the most consistent quality breweries that we have ever had. And this beer is absolutely delicious.
It is incredible. This is a delicacy, and sad news, this is the last year they are going to be making CBS, so it sucks. So I'm enjoying every sip because there's so much flavor. You can taste the chocolate, you can taste the coffee, you can taste that maple syrup that was aged in the bourbon barrels.
Yeah.
It has such a good stout flavor. Oh man.
I love that maple component that is coming through.
It's sweet.
Mm-hmm. It's very sweet. It's a very good brew to go with some kind of good news. So we can't shout from the rooftops and say, Half-Life 3, folks, wah, and go crazy. But a new Half-Life game, it's hard to get upset about that. I do think that if this game does well,
Yes.
hopefully it nudges Valve in the direction of getting some more home console releases from their heavy-hitting franchises.
That would be so awesome.
Yeah, in the comment section below, let us know, what do you think of the announcement of Half-Life Alyx? Are you excited? Did it deflate your balloon a little bit because it's a VR exclusive and it's not Half-Life 3? It did ours a little bit, for sure. And what other games from Valve are you dying to play the third installment
Portal
of?
3.
And how about just tell us what's your favorite game from Valve of all
Yes.
time? We would appreciate that very much. And we also always appreciate you tuning in and subscribing to the channel. Keep gaming, keep drinking, and we'll see you next time right here on Gaming Off the Grid.
Bourbon barrels.
All right, I am very excited to try that. Hey guys, Gaming Off the Grid here. There are 3 things I thought I would never see. Sasquatch, a man eat his own head, and a new Half-Life game. So I'm a little excited, but only a little.
Dude, that's funny.
Not so fast. Valve recently... Hey guys, Gaming Off the Grid here. Wait, what? A new Half-Life game? Oh. Oh. Oh.